This is a story of photographing the Adirondacks during autumn. But to be honest, it's a story of friendship, renewal, and adventure. Traveling takes planning and preparation. Familiarizing yourself with a place you'll call home during your stay is job one. It's quite lovely here, but it all begins back home, so let's start there. I'll pick up Sam and Bruce at Sam's house, and that's where our journey begins. Well, good morning, everyone. It's a lovely morning. First day I've seen blue skies in quite some time now. I am on my way to Sam's house to pick up Bruce. We're heading out to the Adirondacks for a photography adventure. All right, just getting to Sam's house here now. Gonna pick him up. We're waiting on Bruce, and then we are on our way. Bruce has arrived.
That looks like it'll get up and go.
I was going to put the top down and I went,
You should have.
it's supposed to be 50 something when we come back, so I probably will on the way home. Problem is, if you're, want to go on a trip, and you want the top down, there's no place.
Yeah. All right, enough small talk. It was time to pack and hit the road. That's what you call packing a Jeep.
I told Mark I was bringing him a special gift from across the border. He thinks it's Canada. It's actually Mexico.
And we are roadbound.
He does have He's got a 9-hour drive.
There's an Irish proverb. 2 people shorten the road. Well, 3 in our case. And we had 5 hours of windshield time. But our fellowship along the way cut that down in half. Almost like stealing time. As for Mark, he had a 9-hour drive from Pittsburgh. Peter may join us later in the week, but unfortunately, Rick and Allie couldn't make this trip.
So Rainbow's going to be right about here. Here's Paul Smith.
Yep, Saranac Lake's down
Saranac Lake is down here. Lake Placid's over there. So we are.
And so where's Whiteface? Whiteface is where? In here.
Somewhere right up in there. Yeah. So this is our target area for photography.
Nice.
Right in there.
And then I got her and I said, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Mark.
Yeah.
Good.
Beat us.
9 hours and 15 minutes.
Damn.
561 miles.
9 long hours. Mark often says he suffers for his art. No further proof is needed. He loves his Coke and his camera. Speaking of which. Oh, that's pretty, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a gorgeous place.
This is really nice. Yeah. Speaking of which, we do have that Mexican Coke for his suffering. And that's the good stuff, made with real cane sugar.
You ever had this?
I haven't had
Mexican
that.
Coke.
No.
Mexican Coca-Cola. It's phenomenal. It is so much better than the U.S. Coca-Cola.
We are here, and this is absolutely beautiful. After getting familiar with our rental, we finished bringing in all our stuff. There weren't many options for dining out being this remote, about an hour from the Canadian border. So we plan to make good use of the kitchen. Moving in here for the week.
Take a picture of all the junk food. We put all the healthy food away.
And Mark and Sam did all the shopping back home.
Stuff the wives are not supposed to see.
Needless to say, for 4 or 5 guys, we'd be eating well.
This one's special, though.
I don't think it would surprise any of them.
This is for Kathy.
It's chocolate chip peanut butter banana bread.
Oh my God, even better.
That beats zucchini bread.
For those of you who watched our Yosemite series, you remember this, right?
Awesome.
Eating that zucchini bread
Oh my God.
that Brittany made?
This is good.
Look at all the good stuff. These are the greens, right? We got
Fun fact, both Sam's daughter and my wife are brewers. Sam's daughter, along with her husband Jared, opened Bone Up Brewing in Boston, and my wife recently opened Solstice, a kombucha brewery. Of course, both are on the top shelf. And needless to say, we're 2 proud guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all the beers and top shelf and kombucha.
Beer and kombucha, baby. That's all we need.
Okay, That takes care of the necessities. It's time to introduce the gang. Cue it up. Let's go. It's sad that you couldn't make this trip, but you gave it a valiant try. So we'll do our best to make you proud with images of earth and sky. Maybe fate had a hand in this, and things worked out for the best. It's hard to put this into words, but I must get this off my chest. Concerns of you not fitting in has been confirmed as I had feared. For you would have been the only one in this field not sporting a beard. The weather wasn't suitable for sunset, but even after a long day of travel, there was still time for scouting, and we had a place in mind just 15 minutes down the road, Paul Smith's Vic. 3,000 acres with over 25 miles of trails, bogs, fens, 5 ponds, brooks, a 60-acre marsh, and more.
You're right, Bruce.
Sometimes I'm right. Don't tell Kathy, though.
Sorry, Bruce, I couldn't let that one go. Kathy's chocolate chip peanut butter banana bread was just too good. There's much to learn from locals, and if you can, try and start a conversation. If they're into nature, the arts, or photography, chances are they'd love to talk with you and even share their secret places to photograph. Also, admiring the work of local photographers can be inspiring and beneficial, so be sure to take the time and do so.
Where are we now?
We are here.
Oh, we're right there.
We're right here.
What is this? Oh, this is on the Brom Pond.
Barn Pond, Heron Marsh, and these are hardwoods throughout here, so those should have some nice color to them. These tend to be more pines over here, so we're probably not going to have a lot there.
What an incredible animal. That is quite a species.
If you're new to landscape photography, scouting is an integral part of the groundwork to make stunning imagery, especially if you're not familiar with the area you're working. Planning starts at home, but scouting begins on location, where you get a sense of place and can really start seeing potential compositions. The idea is to scout or visit the areas you've researched during times when the light isn't optimal for photography, late morning, high noon, or harsh light. Then using apps on location to find how sunlight will fall on your scene. It's also great use of time for composition ideas and learning the lay of the land to save time the next morning when it may still be dark out. For example, knowing how long your hike may take to get on location or recognizing landmarks.
Still Paul Smith, doing a little scouting here on the trailhead.
They do in Iceland with the coffee.
Deliver your coffee, yeah?
They deliver coffee by drones in Iceland.
This was a scouting mission, but it was close to sunset, so we waited on the light just in case. Despite the flat light, we all found the strength to release the shutter and make a few images. Remember these photos, while not bad, when we return here for sunrise, you'll see just how important scouting and first light can be. It was back to camp after a long day of travel. Sous Chef Sam cooked up a delicious Asian chicken dish.
With a little help from P.F. Trags.
Sorry, Denise. It's nowhere near your standards. But he's all we had. Besides, he was feeling dignified, and honestly, we were admiring his kitchen etiquette and his masterful storytelling.
Bears and mountain lions in this area. And I'm just like, but that's the composition.
So how do I end this episode? I could just zoom out, fade the music, and call it a wrap, but I have a better idea. Camper's poetry. It's a hit. No, really. Viewers can't get enough of Mark's crafty words. I tried forcing this poem into the beginning of this video, like the Yosemite series. It just wouldn't fit. But you're gonna love it here. It sits quite nicely, I might add. So enjoy these poetic words that pair so well with these experiences. And get out there and enjoy life.
5 friends gather in the Adirondack woodlands for an autumnal photo shoot. We arrive with the hope that our weekend endeavor will bear us fall's colorful fruit. Watching the sunlight play upon a frost-laden field, or the lazy fog rising off an ethereal lake, these scenes seem dreamlike, making us question whether we are sleeping or awake. If the Adirondacks don't disappoint and give us what we ask, then old friends and new friends will share in a weekend that will forever last.
Join us in the next episode as we explore lakes, discover a gorgeous barn, and visit downtown Saranac, where we meet a local photographer, Mark Kurtz.